The best laid plans of mice and men oft go awry and leave us nothing but grief and pain for promised joy.
Well, that was short-lived. I got about a mile into the journey, and I think I said on the footage that there was a slight squeaky noise, and suddenly there was awful grinding, really bad grinding. So I stopped, and my rear basket, my rear rack has completely fallen to pieces. So my camera was dragging down the bottom of the wheel, this bag. It is relatively heavy, but it's carried this before, and that rack is rated for this weight. But basically all the nuts and bolts fell apart. They've disappeared, so I've been crawling around on my hands and knees looking for the nuts and bolts. And now, given myself some grief, my knees are absolutely killing me. So what I've done, I've just tried riding back holding this bag on the handlebars, but I decided to walk it back because I'm in a little bit of pain. I've got to know when to say enough. I'm beginning to wonder whether I'm cursed. I've had a couple of trips out like this now. I mean, I've spent literally about £19.20 to park here, assuming I was going to be here all day. Driven 45 miles, got 45 miles home, 90-mile round trip, and got a problem with my bike. Right, so as I always say, let's look for the positive in the negative. I'm here. I was going to get the drone up en route, so I think what I'll do, I'll pack all this away. I'll go and get a coffee at the little cafe here and just rest up for a bit, give my knees a little bit of rest, and then I'll get out and I'll video the Roman towers from the air and the ground, and I'll make something of it. So fingers crossed I'll get something out of this. Right, I'll bring you back later. Well, after a disastrous start to the morning, trying to get a bike ride from Reculver to Margate and all sorts, which I've put in a small clip before this, I've decided to get the drone up. I've had a little rest, repacked my rucksack, and I've just come down a really steep bank there. I don't know why I did that, to be honest, because my knees are absolutely shot from playing around with the bike once the back rack fell off. But anyway, I managed to get down. It was a little bit slippery, and I've walked along this wall, so I'm out of the way of people, and I'm going to try and get the drone up. Unfortunately, I've got to go back the same way as I came, but I'll manage because this is a dead end. Right, so I'm going to get the drone up, get as much as I can of the towers without interfering with people. I now wish I'd got the drone up when I got here, because I got here quite early and there was no one about, but hey ho, that wasn't the aim of the video. It was to actually do a bike ride. Right, I'm going to get the drone up and I'll bring you back a little bit later.
Where empires met the sea, the enduring story of Reculver Towers and Roman fort. Imagine a place where the whispers of Roman legions still echo on the wind, where the stone of ancient fortifications stands defiant against a relentless sea, and where twin towers pierce the sky as a beacon across centuries. This isn't a fantasy, but the very real, profoundly moving history of Reculver, a place in Kent that tells a story as old as time itself. Nestled precariously on a windswept promontory, Reculver is more than just a scenic ruin. It's a living archive of Britain's past, a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the inexorable power of nature. Our journey into Reculver's past begins nearly 2 millennia ago, in the late 1st century AD. This strategic coastal spot became the site of Reculver, one of the earliest and most significant Roman forts built along the Saxon Shore. Why here? Because from this vantage point, Roman forces could guard the northern entrance to the Windswept Channel, which then separated the Isle of Thanet from mainland Kent. This channel was a vital shipping lane, and safeguarding it was paramount. Initially established as a military fort, Reculver housed Roman legions tasked with defending the coast against raiders from across the North Sea, particularly the burgeoning threat of Saxon incursions. Archaeological excavations have revealed not only the formidable stone walls of the fort, but also evidence of a thriving civilian settlement that grew up around its protective embrace. Imagine a bustling community, Roman soldiers and British natives living side by side, their lives intertwined with the ebb and flow of military duty and the dangers of a frontier post. As Roman power waned and eventually receded from Britain in the 5th century, Reculver didn't simply vanish. Instead, it underwent a remarkable transformation. The mighty Roman walls became the foundation for a new era. By the late 7th century, a significant Anglo-Saxon monastery was established within the former fort's confines. A truly profound example of repurposing and continuity. This monastery, founded by King Ecgbert of Kent, became a centre of learning and faith. It was here that the iconic Twin Towers began to take shape, initially as part of a grand Anglo-Saxon church of St. Mary. These twin western towers, unusual for their time, would have dominated the landscape, serving as a spiritual beacon visible for miles, both by land and sea. For centuries, the church served the local community, its walls echoing with prayers, and its presence a constant in a changing world. Yet, even this resilience had its limits. For generations, the villages that grew up around Reculver faced a constant, formidable foe, the sea. Coastal erosion, slow but inexorable, gradually claimed more and more land. By the 18th and early 19th centuries, the situation became dire. The sea was encroaching severely, threatening the very foundations of the ancient church and the surrounding village. In a heartbreaking but pragmatic decision, much of the church, including its nave, was demolished in 1809 to save the remaining stonework for future generations. However, the renowned Twin Towers were deliberately left standing. Why? Because they had served a dual purpose for centuries as both spiritual landmarks and increasingly vital navigational aids for ships sailing the treacherous Thames estuary. Their distinctive silhouette was a lifeline for sailors, guiding them safely past sandbanks and shallows. Today, Reculver stands as a hauntingly beautiful, profoundly evocative sight. The Twin Towers, now stabilized and protected, rise majestically from the cliff top, a spectral silhouette against the vast expanse of sea and sky. Below them, the exposed foundations and remaining walls of the Roman fort tell their own story, revealing the footprint of a forgotten empire. To visit is to walk through layers of history. You can trace the lines of Roman defences, imagine Anglo-Saxon monks at prayer, and contemplate the relentless march of time and tide. It's a place that forces you to confront the fragility of human endeavour and the enduring power of nature. Reculver is more than just ruins. It's a monument to adaptation, a symbol of what remains when so much is lost, and a powerful reminder that history isn't just in books. It's etched in stone, carried on the wind, and waiting to be discovered by those willing to listen. Have you ever visited Reculver? What aspect of its incredible history resonates most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Well, as you can see, I've had a nice walk along the beach. I've been listening to the waves lapping, just chilling out. So I'm actually quite pleased to come out, even though things didn't go as planned. You know, I'll get the bike sorted out in my own time and get back out and put these on the bucket list, these cycle ones, till I get time to do them, because I won't be doing much biking in the winter. Can't get the footage and it's just abysmal. I'll get back to my walking and visiting historical places. So as I said earlier, and I do say this occasionally on videos and in articles I've written, in every negative there's always a positive. You've just got to look for it. It may not be a lot, but there's always a little bit of positive. And I hope I found that today by getting the drone up over the towers and giving you a bit of history on it. So I do hope you've enjoyed this video. All right, it wasn't the one that I intended doing, but at least I didn't spit my dummy out. I just relaxed, thought about it, and then created another video. Right, well, that's it for now. I'm going to take a little stroll on the beach, have a little sit down. I've got to negotiate my way back up. I've been climbing over rocks. I mean actually a lot of pain from, like I said earlier, bending down, trying to find nuts and bolts from where the bike rack more or less disintegrated on me earlier. And here's me like a little kid climbing across slimy rocks. That's me all over. Anyway, that's it for now. So do hope you've enjoyed the video, and let us know below in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.